There's nothing better than saying the following: Game 7. We're so lucky we're going to have to say it twice. Once for each conference final, first time since 1979. Welcome to Game Time. Our studios in Atlanta, Casey Stern, the Czar, Mike Fratello, Brendan Haywood. And guys, it all came down to this for all the marbles. Right guy, though, on the floor for Cleveland. Hey, check this out. You feel pretty good if you're got LeBron on your side. Highest career points per game facing elimination. That's pretty good. 34 plus. Is that something you'd be interested in? What do you mean? I would think you'd feel pretty good about it. The King on the road. That hasn't been good because Jason Tatum's team hasn't lost there in the postseason. And early, they got going.
Skirt, come interesting. What a crossover. Jason Tatum, this young guy coming into his own. He had himself a ball game.
Rozier finds Al Horford. Easy dunk. Lead was 10, 28-18. But Coach LeBron fighting back.
Move it out the basketball when they're overplaying you.
Little bully ball here.
Bully ball, too big, too strong. Got to double that. Somebody got to help. Mouse in the house.
Boston lead was 7-4 at the break. More Brendan from LeBron.
Listen, LeBron James was dialed in. Offensively, he was clicking. The three-point shot falling right there. Now surveying the defense, finding Jeff Green, who had a big game for these Cavs, 19 big points, and they were all needed with Kevin Love out.
Never give up on a play. LeBron, turnover here. Follows Rozier back, wants the defense.
Speak to the hand. Terry Rozier learning to live with rejection, and LeBron staring down his work afterwards. I like it. Little king swag. Came through dripping.
The defensive end, the tone was set. The Cavs were fantastic on defense throughout the course of the night. LeBron, a big play here on Rozier. Lead was 4, 55-51. We go to the fourth. Al Horford had 17, none more important than this, and one over Kyle Korver. Horford looks into the crowd. Boston feeling good. He made the free throw. They're up by 2, 61-59. Smart is happy, but not when he saw this. Kyle Korver, coach.
Well, Korver took a while before he finally made his first one, but they just wait for him to break loose.
Poster.
Oh, is that your king? Man, Jason Tatum with the absolute facial, the poster. Sky is the limit as Jason Tatum skies over LeBron. But emphatic.
Like Simba over Mufasa.
I think he feels that James is a teammate of his. He goes over and tries to chest bump him.
Tatum at 24. Here's a step back three. Boston on top. 72-71. Back and forth we went. Brendan, you talked about a big night from Jeff Green. Big shot here.
Huge shot. We talked about the others on this team. The role players need to step up. Jeff Green did that tonight.
Celtics trouble from three. This is not a typo. 7 of 39 from three-point land. And this sequence kind of defined their last chance saloon in the game. Rozier ends up missing an open shot. Then here in the corner again, same thing. Coach, they had opportunities, missed them.
They certainly did. And the three guards tonight, just a major problem trying to shoot the basketball. 8 of 42 for the three guards.
George Hill, the big layup there, leads 7. LeBron looking to put finishing touches. Going the other way. Coast to coast. And one. 35 points, 15 boards, 9 assists. A couple of days after going 46 points, 11 boards, and 9 assists. Put him up by 10. LeBron embraces Jason Tatum. A lot of mutual respect. Tatum far beyond his years as a rookie. LeBron, 8 consecutive years in the finals, which is bananas. Had 35, 12 of 24 from the field, just increasing that margin. He came in averaging, 34.1 in elimination games. So, obviously, the conversation afterwards about the King.
The great quote from the great Doc Rivers is, you always want to go into the Game 7 with the best player. And we have the best player on our team going into a Game 7. I like our chances, and he delivered again.
We always try to compare him to other players of all time and criticize, but people have to understand that he is playing at a different level. Just his ability, his stamina. Just his feel of the game. There's just a lot of positive things about him and how he's able to have those repeated efforts time and time again.
It was asking me tonight to play the whole game, and I just try to figure it out how I can get through it. Through our timeouts, I was able to, catch my breath. at halftime. I didn't come out and warm up. That was my time to recalibrate and catch my wind again. It's what's been asking me from this ball club, and I'm the leader of this team, and I'm gonna give what I got, and my teammates, they respect that.
LeBron on the floor for all 48. Here the last 6 minutes of Game 7. The Cavs, they hit shots. The Celtics 2 out of 13 did not. By the way, the last time LeBron played all 48 in a playoff game, Game 4, the 2006 Eastern Conference semis against the Pistons, he was 21 years old at the time. Brendan, you played with him. You know him. Is this the best the last couple of weeks that LeBron has ever played, all things considered?
Listen, looking at these playoffs, this is the best I've ever seen LeBron offensively. From an offensive standpoint, he's continued to grow. He posts up now. He has a mid-range game. His three-point shot has evolved. And we're seeing this is the best finals run. This is the best playoff streak that I've seen, or best run I've seen since MJ. 7 games over 45 points. Been huge, hit the big shots. What was LeBron James always maligned about? Oh, he doesn't want it in the big moments. He doesn't have the mid-range game. He passes to his teammates when he should be shooting. You can't say any of that about LeBron James in these playoffs. He's been spectacular from the Pacers series all the way to this series. He's hit big shots. He's hit clutch shots. He's carried this Cavs team on his back.
You mentioned 8 straight finals. It's hard to fathom doing that. There are 5 other players that have done it besides LeBron James, have 8 or more finals. Would you like to guess one of them?
8 or more?
Yeah.
How about Bill Russell?
Bill Russell, okay.
Yeah.
And then how about Tom Heinsohn? How about Casey Jones?
All Celtics.
How about
all on the same team, huh?
Sam
same
Jones?
team.
How about Frank Ramsey?
Yep.
5 former Celtics, and LeBron James joins them. That is some group.
Yeah, it's amazing defensively the tone that he set, Coach, that everybody seemed to follow. People underrated, I think, the last couple of games, how well the Cavs played defensively. What did you see tonight, and how important was their defense in this win?
Their defense, they felt after the last game, okay, they felt after the last game that their defense was pretty good. Even though they lost the game, they liked what they saw. They come back, and they, again, duplicate defeat. When you can hold a team to 13 points in the third quarter, 23 points, a total of 36 points in the second half on the road in their building, that's doing a pretty good job. And you could almost pick out where the mistakes came. You remember that early tight elbow pick and roll that you wound up saying, Brennan? They got to switch that.
Right.
That was Clarkson in there. Okay, a guy who made a mistake, didn't switch, came over, and all of a sudden they get the lob pass at the end of that. The mistakes really showed up tonight when they made them because every possession was so important.
And you can see that because in each of the possessions we just showed, you watch them going the other way, and they're all turning into points for the Cavaliers, Coach.
Well, they do that, okay? When you make mistakes, teams seem to capitalize on that. And thank goodness for Cleveland, because those fast break points, you wouldn't think that on the road you would dominate fast break points that way. But they did.
Well, look, it was a dominant season for Brad Stevens and his club. Congrats for everything they accomplished. We'll hear from the Celtics side and talk about what's next for the franchise in Boston. It's all coming up on Game Time. Do not move. A year that would begin with Gordon Hayward going down day 1 and Kyrie later in the year would turn into just shy of a finals appearance. A lot to be proud about for Brad Stevens and his group.
The pain is part of the path, and we've been really fortunate to continuously get better the last couple of years and put ourselves in better positions. But when it ends, it's painful. And but that is part of the path, and so we have to let it motivate us.
Just the amazing, ride that we had, and how much fun it was playing with, these group of guys, night in and night out playing, for our coaching staff, and just, how I would have went to war with any of those guys on our team any day. I knew that we were going to give it our all, every single night. No matter what the circumstance was, and the entire season, we showed that. And, like Al said, we have nothing to hang our head about. We left it all on the floor, and it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, and for a rookie, a lot of success. And Brendan, when you look at Jason Tatum, forget about just the poise, but the way that he was able to perform at such a high level under the pressure, especially tonight in Game 7, it's just uber impressive.
I've been impressed with Tatum all year long. From the very beginning of the season all the way up until now, I've seen a guy that's been able to grow. His confidence has been strong from day one. And he's shown me every game he shows me something different. The ability to put the ball on the floor, some of the advanced basketball moves, from the one-legged Dirk fadeaway to the pull-up threes to the dunk he had over LeBron James tonight. He proved to me that he's not scared of the moment. He's willing to work. He's going to continuously get better. He's just scratching the surface. And in these playoffs, they asked him to do something that was incredibly hard to do. Be a role player in the regular season and then step into the playoffs and be a star, because Kyrie Irving wasn't there. And that showed a lot to me. He was able to go in there, be the best Celtic that they had, and take that next step. As he continues to grow with these Boston Celtics, the future is very bright for Mr. Tatum.
Coach, to Brendan's point, Danny Ainge made a decision that was either going to make or break the beginning of this draft.
Right now. Looking like thievery.
You don't want to jump too soon,
but
it looked like the right decision. And it changes the franchise moving forward, because this guy looks like a superstar.
This guy is going to be a star, and all you can do is hope for the best that he has a long career and avoids injuries. But this is a guy who the entire season continued to add stuff to his game. What he could do coming in, obviously the physical attributes that he had were special, but very mature, very intelligent, in the moment, the calmness about him. He's in Game 7, shoots 9 of 17 from the floor, goes to 24 points, plays over 42 minutes as a 20-year-old in the league. And think about it, Ainge saw something very special. Like, this guy couldn't be the #1 pick in the draft a year ago. He comes in, all of a sudden he's a star.
All right, real quickly, other than Marcus Smart, not many decisions to be made if they want to keep the same team back. A lot of people, Brendan, with Irving and Hayward, say maybe you should make some changes. Kawhi's name, how do you handle this?
I run this squad right back out there. I hope for good health with Hayward and Kyrie, and I see what I have. And you put this team together for a reason. I think they can be special. I think this is going to be the #1 team in the East next year. I think they will represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals, and I think this is a 60-win ball club.
All right, here's what's up. Monroe's contract is up. Baines is up, Larkin is up, and Smart gets a qualifying offer. Other than that, the big problem for Brad Stevens, who starts, who comes off the bench when the other two guys come back that have been missing because of injuries? He's got a tough decision.
These are good problems. Good problems to have. We've got more when we come back. A lot of bad problems for Houston watching Clay have one of those vintage Clay games. Another Game 7 to look forward to.
Mama call him Clay? I'm going to call him Clay.
The East stage is set. The Western side of it is still with a Game 7 remaining. Earlier today, I caught up with Coach Mike D'Antoni and asked him about the status of his floor general, CP3.
Well, I think it's going good. I think he's listed as questionable, and he'll get I'm sure the team doctors will check him out tomorrow morning and see how far he's gotten and see what the possibilities are.
Will you take it all the way till game time before making a decision?
I'm not going to make that decision. That'll be the doctors, and maybe, but we're not going to be coy with it. As soon as we know, we'll say it, but we might not know until afternoon, see how it goes, but or he tests it out. So we'll have to that's kind of play it by ear right now.
Your guys have done a terrific job, Coach, stepping up with the additional minutes as they have all year, that supporting cast. P.J. Tucker, Eric Gordon, Trevor Ariza. A lot of minutes. Will the rotation be extended at all heading into a Game 7, or pretty much as is now, the way it was in Game 6?
Well, you kind of got to look at it. You realize that, Golden State's Big Four plays more minutes than our guys. So I don't know where it's kind of a misconception that we're only playing 7, but, I can divide up the 7th player within 3 players, and they say, oh, you got a big rotation, but the same guys are going to play the same minutes. So not quite accurate about the minutes. Their load is below 40 minutes, most of them, and Trevor's trying to mirror Durant. So if Durant plays 41, Trevor's going to play about that. So we're trying to cut it down as much as we can, but we also have to have production, so we'll have to play it by ear.
So Coach D'Antoni says maybe much ado about nothing, even though big minutes, certainly for P.J. Tucker, 40-plus. He mentioned Ariza kind of basically making sure to flank Durant whenever possible. So, Brendan, take us through. There has been a lot of conversation about this rotation, whether or not it's 7, and that's about it. Is this a big deal heading into Game 7 or not?
Yes, the rotation is definitely a big deal because when you have guys like Ariza and P.J. Tucker that aren't used to playing those type of minutes, and now you get late in the season and you have to play 41 minutes, 41 minutes has an effect on your body. When you're used to playing 27 minutes or 31 minutes, when you have to play that 40 minutes, you feel that the next day. It takes more time to recover. With a Game 7 right around the corner, I'm not sure if these guys will be ready. I'm not sure if they'll be fresh enough. And then also you start to wear down in games. Like you have more fatigue. And I think that's why they had 21 turnovers. A lot of guys were tired, had the ball a lot more in their hands, and sometimes fatigue will make a monkey out of us.
You mentioned wearing down. Let's see what the story has been on the Warriors side. As we look at them quarter by quarter, that third quarter, it's been really the story of this run over the last number of years. It continues to be. And clearly we know in Game 6, that's when the turnaround occurred. Here's our own David Aldridge with more on the Golden State side.
For 8 months, the Rockets have stalked the Golden State Warriors. Their every move designed to put a team together that can challenge and beat the defending champions. And now Houston has what it wants, one game at home with a chance to go to the NBA Finals. Now, the Warriors are a confident bunch going into Game 7, but they may have to play it without Andre Iguodala. Their do everything forward has missed the last 3 games with that lower left leg contusion. And on Sunday, Steve Kerr said he'd call Iguodala doubtful for Game 7.
He's had a lot of pain, and so we'll just keep taking it day by day. But he's doing everything he can to be out on the floor. I mean, he's getting treatment, several times a day and doing all the right things. It just hasn't responded yet. So hopefully that's soon. The team that has won the turnover battle has won every game. When we're locked in and we take care of the ball, and we have a great chance of catching fire like we did last night. So we got to be dialed in.
Clearly, forcing turnovers, Coach, was a big story. 21 of them for the Rockets. A lot of that maybe having to do with the fact that CP3 not on the floor. But it's one thing to turn the ball over. It's another to take advantage to the level that Golden State did.
It's turnovers and sometimes carelessness that winds up leading to easy baskets, and most times they're three-pointers. Watch, Gerald Green's not even looking at his teammate. The ball's in the air. It hits him in the back. Now here's the first breakdown. 2 red jerseys. You talk about Harden and Green both run to the basketball. That pulls the next man over, Ariza, instead of him being able to cover the offside. Where's the second breakdown? Right here. Tucker and Ariza don't communicate. 2 guys go to the man running in the post. Look how far behind the three-point line Curry is. Nobody out there to guard him. Now, after the block shot by Durant, he comes up with the basketball. He starts to lead the fast break. Watch where everybody's looking for Houston. They're looking at their guy instead of watching Durant. Right here. What's he saying? Please, big man.
Help! Somebody say help!
He needs help because nobody's there to stop the basketball coming down the middle. Watch the defensive communication. Green points to his teammates, says, take the ball. You guard him, will you please? Well, a little bit of flopping action forces Green to rotate out. A tremendous block. He gets it back from Klay Thompson. He leads the break. Oh, yeah, who's trailing late? And look how far behind the three-point line. Klay Thompson, who was on fire. They find him. It's amazing how deep they spot up behind that line to give him extra room and force one more step by the defender to close out.
It's going to be drama regardless of which way it goes. We are all looking forward to game number 7. When we return, we'll have much more on LeBron's 8th straight trip to the finals. What an unbelievable run for LeBron James. The Cavalier years, talents to South Beach, back-to-back titles in Miami. Cleveland brings them a title. But he's not done. How about 8 consecutive finals appearances and one more shot in quite a long year?
It's been a whirlwind. It's been Cedar Point. I'm sorry for you guys that don't know much about Cedar Point, but it's been a roller coaster, and it's been good, it's been bad, it's been roses, it's been thorns in the roses, it's been everything that you can ask for, and I've always said this has been one of the most challenging seasons I've had. And but like I told you guys, you know, you guys are around us every day. You know, right before the break, you know, right before the trade deadline, I kind of reset. Didn't know if we were going to make trades or not. Didn't know what we were going to do with our team, but I kind of just reset my mindset on saying, okay, this is the season, and let's try to make the most of it. And that's what's gotten me to this point, gotten our team to this point.
Game recognizing game. I love that.
Vibranium?
Vibranium. Yeah, look, I mean, he is the king. What are you going to say? They might have to change that in Black Panther 2. That's a bad man, says D-Wade. Congrats on your 8th straight finals. Damn indeed. And then even Joel Embiid. Amazing what Bron has been able to do. That's tough. I would say that's one way of putting it. Guys, it's going to be fun to see whether or not he can get this done. Pretty magical story so far.
It sure is. I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow night to see who winds up showing up.
We have one word.
Golden State Warriors.
That's 3 words.
I'm not answering.
Go with the Warriors, Coach.
See you next time on Game
Go
Time.
with the Warriors.
Warriors.
Thank you, man.